Okay, so I just had a vision or idea, picture, thought. Let's just call it a vision. And I know it was urgent because any other time I've only had visions probably a couple times, a few times, probably like 5 times, something like that. But any other time, the understanding of the vision was given to me later on. I this With this vision, I received both at the same time, and I knew that was because there was no time to separate the two. Like it was that you have to get. I had to get them both now. That was my understanding of why I got the vision, and it was just straightforward. So it was really short, and it had a few things that stuck out, but it wasn't a lot of stuff in the vision, but it meant a lot. So here it goes. And it was real short, it wasn't long, but it was just so I saw a humongous bright light. The light was it was so it didn't have any borders. It was as far as the eye could see. I couldn't even behind me. If I turned around, it engulfed everything. The light had diamonds in it. Is the best way I could describe it. Like when the light hits, like if you have diamonds, I'm a jewelry guy. I like, you know what I'm saying. But when the sunlight hits your diamonds or anything in it, in all the rainbow colors come out of the stones. That's how this whole light looked. And then I was turned around, like I'm just floating and turned. I was turned around to be shown something else. And when I turned around, I saw a stage with those huge curtains, like opera curtains. But beneath me and all at the bottom of this white light, the only thing that this white light was not touching was just darkness and black and just dirt and filth. And I know that represented the world, the non-believers, the people on earth. And so as I'm turned to this stage, the bright lights hitting it, it's not hitting the people, but the bright lights hitting the stage, but only at a narrow, like in between my hands is where the light was hitting at, because the rest was blocked by those big long curtains. Only this part of the curtain was open, like they were drawing the curtains open. And then, I thought I was about to see what was going to happen when the curtains opened, but instead I was transported to the back of the stage, like if I worked in the back, like I was one of the people moving the curtains. And what I noticed was it was a man walking out on the stage, and I couldn't see what he had on or anything. I couldn't even see him. I just saw his shadow from where the light was hitting at, and him coming out from the darkness. So I saw his shadow that was in front of him. I couldn't see him. He was right here. His shadow was like, coming, toward the front of the stage. And after that, it was just over. And so, oh no, I'm sorry, I left out this part. As I saw the man walking out and I was looking at his shadow, uh, I was transported back to the bright light where I started at in the beginning of the vision. But except for the bright light had like that, the director's movie cut thing that you use, what I'm saying, lights, camera, action. They'd be like, okay, boom, take one. The light had one of those, and it said, boom. And then the guy came out onto the stage. So I'm pretty sure you probably could figure out what this dream and vision was. So the bright light was the glory of God and heaven and him coming. It was how it was everything that we needed for the rapture. was engulfed in the bright light. It was Jesus himself, it was God himself, it was the angels, but everything, heaven was coming for us. So I already said the crowd beneath the white light, that was the world, who, not the unrepentant world, and everybody just worried about the world, blind, buying, selling, planning, building, marrying, giving in marriage. That's the world. And the man coming onto the stage was the Antichrist. And when I turned around and saw the thing that said God was giving him his cue, and the light was shining on him, because the part in the Bible where it says, and it will be granted for him to overcome the saints. The light was letting him know, okay, it's your time. Action. So the Antichrist will be here soon. I mean, he's already here, but he's going to make his debut soon and fix everything that's going on, in Israel and with these other wars and stuff. But as you know, if you know, hopefully as a believer, we are out of here before he gets the stage. So be encouraged. That encouraged me. I'm going through a lot. I know a lot of other believers are too, but we almost home. We pretty much are. Welcome to the finish line. But sprint, this last lap, sprint. We there. God bless y'all.